traumatizing thing that happened to me, story time. One of my youth leaders was driving me home at 5 a.m. Took the streets instead of the highway. Big mistake. You don't drive in the middle of the streets like this. No, this ain't no gated community. We're at a stop sign, pitch black, nobody in sight. And out of nowhere, this huge man, butt naked, starts rushing towards our car. When I mean butt naked, I mean butt naked. He was so close, I could smell them cheeks. That in itself was traumatizing. We don't know what to do. We're panicking. God saved us, because out of nowhere, a police officer comes, shines his bright spotlight on the man, tells him, get your knees on the ground. The man is on the floor. He's getting tackled. We're able to escape, and we survived.
I just saw a TikTok of someone saying we need to normalize not saying thank you every time somebody's like, you're pretty, or man specifically. When a man tells a woman that she's pretty, we need to normalize not saying thank you all the time. Like, we know. And the person's stitches weren't on, so I couldn't stitch it, but it reminded me of this time I was at my boyfriend's house and I was sitting on his couch waiting for him to come home. And when he walked through the door, our dialogue exchange kind of grosses me out. I hate cutesy relationship stuff, but I'm that way when I'm in one. So he walks through the door. I don't even look up from my phone, but I was like, you're back. I missed your cute face. And he said, you have a cute face. And I said, I know. And he lost it. He lost his mind over that response. He was like, can you for once just pretend like you care whether or not I think you're attractive? It's a compliment. Just learn how to take one. Just say thank you. Like what? I was like, I'm sorry. I was already sitting on your couch just waiting for you to show up so we could be together. Was I also supposed to be sitting here feeling like I was hideous and waiting for you to show up and affirm my appearance and make my day? Then I went and tattled on him to my therapist.
I got some tea for y'all, so if y'all want the cheese, keep watching. So you guys know a drunk driver totaled my truck. So I finally got a new truck. Oh, look at her. When you go to a dealership, they're going to always try to get you to pay the highest price for the vehicle. So you never, ever take the first offer. So I did my research. I was like, the truck that I want should be for this price. If not, I ain't want it. So when it was time to talk about the numbers, I see they're trying to charge $1,000 for something extra that I don't want from the dealership. And I tell the dude, I'm gonna need you to take this off because I don't want this little insurance thing that y'all trying to offer me. This dude is gonna tell me, I'm sorry, but that's built in with the vehicle is the law. I can't do nothing about it. I was like, the law? What is this? The police? ICE? Boy, what did I look like? Like for part two? Part two, the tea. I got the electrolytes. I got everything. So after this man's like, this is the law. You have to buy the dealership warranty for this truck. Yo, I don't even know why I was trying to do my deep voice when his voice was like higher pitched than mine. Anyways, I was like, you know what? Ring up your manager. Let him tell me he can't take it off. Bag talk? Ain't no bag talk. Then I was like, this is too much for the truck. I ain't gonna pay that. I want it at least lowered to this amount. He's gonna be like, what makes you feel like you can come in here and decide what you want to pay for the truck? ¿Qué? Excuse me? Last time I checked, this is a dealership. The word says deal in the beginning. We're here to make a deal or not. If you don't like to counter offer and do deals, sir, I'm sorry, pero perdón. Yo creo que necesito un nuevo trabajo. You need a new job. And this dude gonna leave and not come back?
Storytime about how I ruined my ex-best friend's relationship and reputation in 2 days. So a little background information, I was 14 in 8th grade. I was in a very toxic friend group of 3, and we all secretly talk crap about each other. So 2 of the girls in my friend group decided that they didn't want to be friends with me anymore, for absolutely no reason. The one girl texted me saying, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, and then the other girl literally just played along with it because she can't think for herself. She was like, yeah, I've been planning on doing this for like 2 weeks. So I got very embarrassed by this because they started going around the school telling everybody about it. And not to sound like that person, but I was really popular. I had a lot more friends than them, and the only reason why people liked them was because they were my friends. Anyway, so I started texting the boys that they liked. And I was like, hey, I think you should know that they've been talking to other people while they're talking to you. And I just thought that that was really wrong. And when they asked who, I gave them names of boys that they both used to talk to. And then when the girls texted me about it, like for part 2 about how I ruined my ex-best friend's relationship and reputation in 2 days. So like I said, I texted the boys that they liked, saying that they were talking to other people. And then of course my ex-best friends got mad, and then they started texting me about it, saying, oh, why are you lying, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, honestly, I just think it's really wrong for you to try and play these boys who actually have feelings for you. Yes, I know I was a little crazy, but who isn't? Anyway, so then I decided to get my mom involved, because I had been friends with these girls for a while, so my mom knew their parents very well. So I told my mom I was really worried about them because they were starting to get into really bad stuff and hanging out with the wrong crowd, so I couldn't be friends with them, and they tried to talk me into doing stuff. So then my mom called their parents. Well, then their mom started to drop them off and pick them up every day because they were grounded. Well, then their mom started to apologize to my mom because their kids were such bad influences on me. And then when everybody asked why we stopped being friends, I told them that they made fun of my grandma who isn't alive, and 4 years later, everybody still hates them.
In college, I moved in with one of my friends, and Mason, I'm in the middle of a thing. What I was trying to say was my friend's mom was absolutely fabulous. She was amazing, and she was married to this guy named Carlos, and they weren't rich when they got married. They were very poor. They built up this empire, and they were loaded. They were the kind of rich where one time we were out together, and I said that I needed ibuprofen, and her mom pulled ibuprofen from her purse, and I said, thank you. I normally carry it with me, but I forgot it today. And her mom said, oh, you know, the solution for that is you just have to buy one of everything that you need for your purse. Okay, one ibuprofen, one pair of sunglasses, one debit card, or a little bit of cash, and stock each one of your purses. She said, that's what I do, and that way I can grab whichever purse I want for the day, and I know that I haven't forgotten anything. And she was saying this like it was just so obvious, like I totally should have thought of it before, and I was like, I can't afford to buy one pair of sunglasses for each purse. I mean, I could because I own 2 purses, but she like had purses to match each pair of shoes. But I loved her, absolutely loved her, specifically because she would feed us a lot. She would take us out to dinner, and I am like a puppy. If somebody feeds me, I will follow them until the end of time. So my friend and I move in together. Her mom wants to come check out our place, and she's like clipping around. We're giving her a tour, and she's like clicking around the apartment in her Louboutins or whatever fancy shoes have the red bottoms. We're chasing after her in our Crocs, like, do you like our bunk beds, Mom? And she was like, yeah, it's very beautiful. I like the way you decorate it. It looks great. And then we were going through the kitchen, and she noticed that we had these really nice crystal glasses that someone had given us as a gift, and we had these plastic cups that were on the drying rack while the crystal ones were on display like above the sink. And she stared at them for a second, and then she said, how come it looks like you use your plastic cups, but you don't use those nice crystal glasses? We said, oh, we save the crystal glasses for special occasions or for guests. She was like, special occasions? Every day you're alive is a special occasion. You're special people. Use the special cups. And then she leaned in really slow, and she said, do you think that if I died tomorrow, Carlos would spend the rest of his life single? And we didn't respond because we were scared. We were like, we don't know what's happening. This feels like a trap. And she said, no, of course not. He's handsome. He's rich. And neither of us want him to be lonely. He's going to remarry right away. And then she said, but let me tell you something. I'm not leaving anything new for that bitch. When she moves into my house, everything's gonna be used. My shoes, my handbags, even my children. Use the nice cups, ladies. And that has dramatically impacted how I live my life now.